2022 was a year. That's the best way I could describe it. A year that saw chaos all over except for the pop charts. Now that it's coming to a close, I'm gonna step back and zoom out on how it went for me as a whole. I put out quite a lot of content over these past 12 months. One thing I've noticed is that I usually have the energy to put out 2 videos every month. Sometimes I'd go for 3, but that tends to be pushing it. If I ever see a shooting star that I can wish upon and make it come true, it would be for more time. Considering I also have a real-world job, a social life, pets to take care of, a place to keep in order, and several other personal things that pop up every now and then, I honestly consider it a miracle I even have time to make as much content as I have made. For me, the goal of 2022 was to grow and evolve. Considering what I do on this channel, that's not an easy task. There's only so many ways I can say this sucks, change it, or yes, this rocks before I end up saying the same shit over and over and over and over and over, and eventually it'll get stale. I had a few opportunities to expand myself as a content creator, to think beyond the same old, to step out of my wheelhouse for a while. Made a couple of videos about 1962. I'll be honest, they were both incredibly hard for me to do. I made a video about Will Smith's Lost and Found album, only for Todd himself to write the book on that album just a few weeks later. His video's way better for the record, but I guess I did alright. There was also that summer grab bag ranking, which I found is always a welcome getaway from my usual schedule. This time around, I also had my Discord server rank all the songs that got no votes. There wasn't a lot of participation, but I myself found a lot of interesting stuff, so when summer comes around, I think I'm gonna do it again. Another thing I want to do again is collaborate. For most of the year, in between my usual content, I was also collaborating with 999 in affiliation with Mainstream Rock Talk for a ranking of August 2017's Mainstream Rock Chart. Yes, it was his idea. I was like, sure, why not? We had spent the first 8 months of the year just adding to the script little by little. It was a fun experience for me, and I hope to do so again in the future, maybe with someone a little more established. On that note, it has been year 3 of being part of this community of YouTubers. I've been in a lot of online communities before in my lifetime, but this one here, I gotta say, has been both the best and most supportive I've ever been in. It may be because we're not big channels, we're more mid-sized to small channels. And while it has had a fair share of Discord drama, for the most part, everyone I've interacted with here has been pretty chill. To think something like this would come out of a global pandemic is nothing short of inspiring. What's even more inspiring is how all of us have grown as creators in our own way. For me, I think if anything, the quality of my videos from this year has been significantly less cringy. I've had people notice the quality getting a lot better this year too, which is definitely encouraging. I don't feel like I've peaked yet, but I think I'm going in the right direction. So what will 2023 hold for the channel? I can't really say for certain. I could map out a plan or throw out some ideas, but then things will change and I'd end up doing something else. I can say for certain that I feel like I'm in a much better place than I was 4 years ago. Before we sign off for the year, I'm going to go through the standard acknowledgements. I want to thank all the other content creators, everyone on my Discord server for making it a nice place to hang out, all of my patrons for showing me that my content is worth paying money for, and most of all, I want to thank all of you. Whether you just started watching this year or you've been here since I wasn't showing my face, your support is the fuel that keeps this machine going. With all the shit going on in the world all around us, everyone has their ways of escaping their troubles, if only for a little while. Somehow you decide that these stupid videos about mindless pop songs are your weapon of choice. I've had people tell me that watching my videos got them through tough times, whether it's on a grand scale like the COVID pandemic or their own personal problems. And there's something I want to say motivating about it. I know I'm not curing any diseases or on the front lines of a war or in any real position where I can make an actual difference in the world, but as long as I can bring at least a little joy to everyone in these trying times, it makes me feel like I do, in fact, have a purpose. I don't know what these next 52 weeks are going to bring, nobody does. All we can do is our best to make it better than the last 52. And that's what I'll be doing. I've rambled enough now. See you in 2023. R.I.P. Wawa Wawas.